Today, another wine from Black Chalk, that Hampshire-based vineyard slash winery which had rave reviews a few years back, probably is still getting rave reviews. I haven't really been keeping up. This is the 2021 and it's their white, their regular brut. I tried the rosé the other day. The dog came to say hello there. Pretty exuberant mousse on that. On the nose, I think I'm initially being met with some crunchy green apple. One of those really bright green apples, like a sort of Granny Smith. Yep, definitely very appley. A little bit like apple flavoured sweets as well, that slightly sort of artificial apple flavour. I'm not saying there's anything artificial in this, but veering more towards that, that kind of appley flavour. On the palate, that apple definitely continues. Really quite juicy apple, quite mouth-watering. Nice balance there. There's a little bit of sweetness. The mouthfeel is a little bit softer than I anticipated after the rosé the other day, that was perhaps a little bit more precise. I feel like this is leaning more on the fruit character and slightly less on that kind of minerality, precision, those kind of qualities that you normally get from English sparkling, particularly it seems in chalky regions. So it's pleasant, very fruity. I think I actually miss that precision a little bit. I would like it to just be a little bit more tightly bound. This might be suffering from the fact that I've carried it around a bit and the serving temperature is probably not ideal anymore. It's probably a tiny bit warmer than it ideally should be. The bottle still felt cold, but it's probably a little bit above the temperature it would ideally be. Yeah, I'm not convinced that is exactly how it's meant to be. I think was the rosé possibly a different vintage? Was that 2020? 2021 does feel relatively young when you consider Breaky Bottom only just a couple of months ago released their 2018 vintages. So this has had less than 3 years since it came off the vines. I don't know the ratio of on the lees versus on the cork for the aging there, but maybe it just needs a little bit longer for the autolytic influence to do its job. It feels to me like it's slightly lacking finesse. Maybe there is a very subtle fault with this. Perhaps this is something about age. It's pleasant, it's drinkable, but it just doesn't have that real sophistication that I believe was normally associated with Black Chalk. It was something that people seem to really rave about. And certainly that rosé the other day I thought was a pretty smart wine. Whereas this, there's something slightly rustic about it. Something not quite precise enough, not quite sophisticated, not quite elegant enough. I feel like something's gone a tiny bit wrong there. Oh well.